Hello and welcome back to Take a Sip Podcast. I'm Leche.
And I'm Tito.
All right, Tito, we got some good stories, man. I'm actually pretty excited for some of these stories. They're kind of all over the place, honestly, but they're good.
They are.
That's the nice thing. But first of all, Tito, what are you drinking today? Oh my goodness.
All right. It's been a while since I made this drink. I even posted it on the Instagram, but I am drinking a Paloma today.
Paloma? Damn, dude, we're making fancy drinks today too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I made a spiked limeade with gin, so
Ooh.
that's what I am drinking right now.
Nice.
So,
very nice. But even just as nice as these drinks, these trailers.
Trailers, seriously, some fucking crazy trailers. Unexpected trailers, honestly. A little early for some of these, honestly.
Yes.
I'm surprised we even got. But the one that threw me a curveball is this first one that we're going to go into. Orphan First Kill, dude.
Really? You think so?
I think it's a fucking Hail Mary out of nowhere. You got me? Just out of nowhere type of thing. Be like, what? Okay, I guess.
Well, no. Personally, for me, anyways, I kind of got the idea that this is the route they were going, because if you haven't seen The Orphan, which I mean, if you haven't seen it at this point, spoilers right now, I guess, and you've been living under a rock.
Yeah, definitely spoiler heavy right now.
Yeah, I mean, from the first film, we saw that she was already doing this continuously, right? Like, she was a girl, whatever, she's an orphan, she gets adopted. And obviously the way she was going about it, it wasn't the first time she was doing it. So yeah, I kind of had a feeling this was the next logical step, since it was such a great film. I'm not saying it was one of the best award-winning things, but it did pretty well for a standalone film. You got me?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, and then, I mean, depending on how Orphan First Kill goes, the next logical steps would be Orphan Origins or something like.
Well, I mean, this is the origins. Like, this is the origin.
Well, no, like, next would be like where
she grew up and the way she has the murderous intent.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, this could dive into it. Don't get me wrong, right? So I mean, we already know how this ends already, though. You know, that's the important thing about this. She escapes, of course, and she goes on, you know, and you know, continues this ruse, or this, what is it called, ruse? Yeah, ruse on to like other families, of course, and then she actually gets killed. You know, spoilers, fuck again. She gets killed in the last, or the first one, pretty much.
Yes,
the parents actually end up killing the woman, because she's actually a woman.
Esther. Her name's Esther.
Yeah. So we don't know where this is gonna go, how it's gonna be, you know. But yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, man, children are creepy, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually really excited for this, and from the trailer as well, it seems like it's gonna be a little bit more adult tones to it than the first film, because obviously she was dealing with like little kids. A lot of the cast in this one seem to actually be adults. You get me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feel like there will be more adult tones. Obviously, besides the blood and gore.
They technically brought, you know, they technically freaking what? They're gonna be foster parents to this girl. So it's like it's like almost like the original, but this is where she actually started her killing spree, like where she started with the original family.
No, which I understand, but I'm saying it seems more adultish. Like the other one just seems to be like a scary movie. This seems to have a little bit more substance to it, if that makes
horror
sense.
Theme. So it's like the last one was a suspense movie. This was more of a horror one.
Yes.
This is getting into like, okay, like it's getting into like the nitty gritty, like horror stuff. Okay, that's what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah, and I like how like out of the little neon vibes that she's doing, like undertone.
In her paintings.
Paintings, yeah. So it's like very strange and shit like that. So this is supposedly like a girl that went missing and they found her, and that's supposed to be her, right? That's like the whole premise. So it's like, oh, dude, I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts for sure.
Yeah,
coming on August.
Yes,
weird.
August 19th to be exact.
already next month. Kind of. Yeah. I don't know if we're late to the game or not. Because I didn't get whiff of this at all. The thing is, the first time they actually do the trailer, kind of a month before it comes out.
I feel like there was something about it a while back.
There was whispers of them making it, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
It says official trailer, so it's not even a teaser or anything like that.
No,
so it doesn't.
There might have been a little teaser trailer to it, to be honest with you.
I don't think so.
No, there isn't anything.
No. So literally, a couple of things worry me about that, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so sudden like that. So I think the people already know that it's gonna kind of flop. So they're just like, oh, give it 1 month in advance, not too much marketing on rounding it. You got me?
Maybe.
Could be. I don't know. So, I mean, hopefully not, but we'll see.
Yeah, because I definitely enjoyed the first film. The first film was really good. I this is one of those movies that I'm gonna have high hopes for, just so they continue just like 1 or 2 more films like in the whole series. But obviously that's just me perpetuating positive vibes and a good outcome. But it just, like you said, it just depends on how the audience really takes this film in general.
Yeah, because we don't know where it's gonna really go.
No,
because the only thing that we know is the ending, that she survives whatever she's gonna go through in this one, and she moves on, and another city, state, whatever the fuck it is, continue this, her atrocities.
Yeah, and it also, hopefully, it doesn't.
This is more into her psyche as well.
Yeah,
they didn't dive too much into it. They just did a big reveal, and then we followed the mom. Right.
Well, it might not even true. Yes, we really followed the mom. But I don't know. The other thing that really just has me iffy about it is the fact that it seemed almost like there was 3 different storylines that we're following. You got me? Because we have the younger dude who I'm assuming is her brother, right? It's the mom and the dad's storyline.
A third off tangent story would
be the detective, the investigator. Yeah. So hopefully it's not one of those where it's like you have to pay attention to fully understand that. Well, obviously pay attention to everything that's happened to you, but like hopefully there's some connection between all that besides just this is the brother, this is the mom, and this guy's just over there looking and spying and stuff.
I mean, we don't know, man. But it's a little early for horror movies in August, honestly. So, we're gonna keep our actual hopes up for this actual one that comes out near Halloween, conveniently called Halloween, and it is the final of the trilogy or the reboot trilogy that's coming through. Halloween Ends for sure, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people are excited for the conclusion on where the story's going to go into, but a little bit skeptical because the second one supposedly wasn't as good as the first one. So,
I got you.
So, for this one in particular, we don't know. I mean, we know it's going to be the conclusion story of Michael Myers versus
Laurie,
yeah, you got it.
Laurie.
It is. Are they going to kill each other off? Is she going to kill him? Or is she going to get killed by him? Right? We don't know.
I know. And I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis. The fact that Jamie Lee Curtis still has energy to pull this role out and go with whatever punches that come from it, I love Jamie Lee Curtis. She's such a great actress.
Yeah, she's funny for sure, dude. She's good. I probably wants it to be taken a little bit more seriously, but I don't think I can, though. So.
Yeah, because there was that weird gap, wasn't there, between the films from the original and then the reboot? There was a very weird gap.
A lot of gap, dude.
Right?
A huge gap, 20 years more probably. But yeah, no, because she came out in that god awful, what is it called? Try reboot. I think it's called Halloween H2O or something, or some bullshit like that came out in the early 2000s or early 90s. So I know she came out in that one, and that was their attempt to reboot it, but it fucking flopped as well. But this one has been the most successful reboot so far, I think, out of most of the reboots for horror movies, for sure.
Yeah.
I think they did it right. And they kind of retconned everything they did, you get me, beforehand.
Yeah. Oh, you got it right. Yeah, it was Halloween H2O.
Yeah. Some cringy shit.
Yeah, in 98. Oh, gosh.
Late 90s, huh?
Yeah, but then we got Resurrection in 2002. So.
Oh, it was a shit show, too. That was the one where Busta Rhymes came out fucking doing Kung Fu.
Oh, that's right.
That one. So
yes.
Like, that's bad too.
Busta Rhymes. I forgot about it.
What a fucking legend for doing that, dude. Iconic, honestly. Yeah, but I mean, conveniently, it comes out in October, of course, which is fucking fantastic because horror movies should come out, honestly, not in August, random shit. Comes out October 14th.
Yes. Yeah. But even still, to backtrack a little bit to the Orphan, I think they knew in a way that they were going to have some sort of competition coming up this year, that they wanted to give their film a little bit of time in the spotlight before it got overshadowed with these
August
upcoming films.
A weird time slot, though. Because why didn't they do it a month before and do it in September?
True.
But maybe their thought process was like, kids are going back to school in September.
Yeah.
Go see this movie if they want.
Yeah. And like I said, just giving it time in that window.
I get it. Let it, before it gets overshadowed for sure.
Yes.
Of like the horror movies that are going to come in October and early September for sure. So makes sense. Yeah. I understand that logic for sure.
And good choice too, because definitely for Halloween, I think it's box office wise, if we do go to the movies and we see The Orphan at Halloween, I think we would definitely go for Halloween first.
Oh, easily. That's a no-brainer, bro.
Yeah, so
you're either choosing a little girl or fucking Michael Myers.
An icon, yeah.
Yeah, come on, dude.
A killing machine icon.
Guy that literally disappears when you look at him. As soon as you look,
like brush a bug away from your face, he's gone already.
Yeah, he does the whole smoke trick.
Yeah. Poof.
Poof.
Yeah.
Without the smoke, he just disappears.
Yeah. But like you said, October 14th is the release for that.
You know what else comes out October 14th? This is when we get shipped into
the game mode.
Game mode, because Dragon Ball Z, the Breakers, has their things. Sorry, damn it. Let me backtrack that. Jesus Christ.
And take two.
Release date is for October 14th of 2022. Conveniently the same day that Halloween comes out. So that is very convenient. And we also got more news that there's actually another villain you get to play as. Mm-hmm. Not only do you play as Cell, as a guy who's like, hunting down, like
the survivors,
like killer, quote unquote. You play as Frieza, which is pretty exciting because I think he's one of the good villains for sure.
Yeah, and we made that connection too.
Yeah, like there's no way they weren't going to include him or Majin.
Right? Or Majin, yeah. It just depends like what forms or how they do Majin's transformations. You got me?
Yeah.
Because obviously...
Yeah, sorry.
No, because for Cell obviously has his first form, second form, third and perfect, as well as Frieza has his first form, second form, third and perfect. It's just weird with Majin because Majin is either himself and then just increases, or without sucking somebody in or splitting off into a different version, right?
Yeah. So my idea for that, for Majin Buu, it should be a time-gated thing. The longer you're in the game, the match, right? Mm-hmm. The longer you're in there, the longer you're surviving, the more phases or the more evolutions Majin Buu gets, right? So it becomes easier for the killer to progress. Like for example, when there's like 2 minutes left, you're already Kid Buu. You're already fucking shit up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But before that, like when you just got in, you start as Majin Buu and you progressively get, more and more and more, like more skills unlocked, more stuff for yourself as like the villain, right?
Well,
for Majin Buu specifically.
Yes. But I mean, that's the idea of all of them. Because if you remember in Cell is specifically
I thought he has to kill people. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's his special trait, right? He has to kill people to actually progress, right?
Yeah.
And then we don't know what Frieza's is in particular. I mean, in the game, it's the kill probably too.
Yeah, he has to kill people, the NPCs of this world.
The NPCs, yeah.
And that's their experience to get stronger.
So I wish they would put that for it. Or I mean, I wish they did it a little bit differently for Frieza, because that would be cool. It would be like Dead by Daylight at that point, where each killer or each villain has their own unique like way to do stuff or play style. That would add some variety to the game. So that would be really, really neat if they did something like that for Majin Buu.
That's true.
For Frieza, what they should have done, honestly, is like, for example, is throughout the map, right? You know how Dead by Daylight you get the little, what is it called?
The hooks?
Not the hooks.
The generators?
Generators, yes. So for Frieza, for example, he has generators around the maps, and you as the NPCs or the regular characters have to knock those down so he doesn't go and get powered up.
Oh.
To transform.
Oh, so you want there to be like a way to reverse or stop the enemy's progression.
Yes.
That'd be smart.
For Frieza, that would be dope. You got me?
Yeah. That'd be really cool. Yeah. True. And I mean, yeah, now you got me thinking.
Wow, that's actually a really fucking good idea.
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
But even still, then, like, yes, especially enough Dragon Ball Z growing up.
Because that makes sense. That's the only way that Frieza makes sense.
Yeah.
And Cell makes sense now. He actually killed people to like get his new forms, because that's how he did it in anime as well.
Yeah.
So for Majin Buu, that's the only way I can think of. It's just more of a time gated thing, because his shit is a little bit complicated. When he became Super Buu, he had like the whole like his niceness and evilness split.
Yeah.
And then his niceness ate his bad, killed his nice, turned him into chocolate, whatever, and all that bullshit. And with the Super Buu.
Oh gosh, you said the line, and I just remembered back to Budokai Tenkaichi. Turn to chocolate. That was his ultimate move.
His ultimate move. I forgot a little bit how he turned into Kid Buu. Oh, they yanked the shit out of everyone that was in him. That's how he turned into Kid Buu.
Oh yeah.
That was his final form, his pure evil form. Pretty much was Kid Buu.
And that was my number one fighter in Budokai Tenkaichi.
Yeah. Yeah. They have some options, honestly. If, in my opinion, Buu is the next logical sense of a villain to add for sure.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because that's really, to my knowledge, you can correct me if I'm wrong, those are really the only 3 evil villains that I could think of that have like multiple phases. Because then after that, every other villain either has 2 or 3 phases. Right? Like
only has 3 phases.
Who?
Cell only has 3.
But they're like
Frieza didn't get a 4th until the new generation.
Okay, so that's true.
And then Majin Buu, if you include like when you absorb Gohan and Gotenks, if you count those as transformations, then yes, he has like 6.
Okay, but I'm saying like even from now, who would you say? Like let's call back a character. Who was that big yellow one that then after he transformed Janemba? That's what 2 forms.
2 forms, technically speaking.
Then
Bojack only 2 forms.
2 forms.
Yeah. Garlic Jr. technically 2 forms.
I mean, the only other person would really be Broly, really, if
Broly
they stay
has 3 forms. Yeah,
has 3 forms.
I mean, Broly wouldn't be that bad to add too, yo.
Yeah.
And he has a range meter. Oh shit.
Oh
God. Oh dude, that would be dope.
Shit. With how OP Broly is, they might have his speed lower than the rest.
Yeah, he's gonna be moving like a fucking slug in his ultimate form.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They have to do all these checks and balances, and I'm just really excited to see, or well, not excited, but I'm interested to see how they're able to keep this game alive compared to how you mentioned Dead by Daylight. What really other game like Dead by Daylight is there?
That's like, one person's the enemy and then everyone among us.
Well, technically
speaking, yeah. I mean, you ain't wrong, but you're not right either.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's really, yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to see just like what other stuff they do,
because that game is almost like a gimmick of Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
I'm getting that vibe, even though it's not. I'm not trying to compare the two at all.
No, 100%.
They're completely different.
Yes.
But they give the same energy,
the same vibes. Yes.
Yeah. So no disrespect to either of those games. They got their own community probably going.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, because I know there is a moment as a quote unquote survivor in Dragon Ball Breakers, that once you hit a certain power level, you transform for a few seconds to whatever main character from the show to be able to fight back, aka Goku, Vegeta, Tien, Chaozu, I believe.
I mean, there's so many like good guys you can add. So I think it's more the villains, dude, because it's hard to add a good fucking villain, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, man. I don't even know who else. Oh, another.
No.
I mean, there is another villain that does have more transformations, by the way. But that gets into like GT and that, that's
yeah. I mean, the only other way I see is like, what was that? The Ginyu Force. Like you start off as a small green one, you turn into the red one, you turn into Birder, and then you fight as who was the last guy? Ginyu. Oh well,
you said Ginyu Force.
Listen, it's been a while since I've seen.
I'm like, hey, man, you had it right there, man. It was given to you.
It was in my face.
Yourself. Wait, I can't help you there, dude.
Right over my head.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But going into talking about characters, dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
In specifically Dragon Ball Z still, it's funny, bro. So Fortnite is buying out. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God. Imagine.
That would be crazy news, right? If they just bought out a company, dude. Bought out Bandai. They own Dragon Ball Z now.
I just stopped watching Bandai.
Seriously, dude. Wait, talking about Fortnite, they are adding Dragon Ball skins. Finally, that's actually cool, yo. No lie, yo. I mean, they added Naruto already, but I mean, adding Dragon Ball Z for sure. Even the older weebs are gonna be into that shit. You get me? Like, not us. I'm talking about people in their fucking 40s and shit. Guys who watch the original Dragon Ball Z are gonna be like, "Yo, finally, dude, fuck."
Yeah.
But they are adding Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, and a fourth mystery character.
Yeah.
But they said it was a female character, according to what you're telling me. Right?
Yeah. So obviously, you know how for a lot of games, there's the hackers or the like people that are able to like read coding and
the data miners.
The data miners. Yeah. So yeah, they were obviously able to confirm. Well, not even confirm. Like it's obvious you need to have Goku and Vegeta.
I mean, without a doubt.
Yeah. If they're going off of Dragon Ball Super, then Beerus seems like a logical extra character as well. And then supposedly from the data miners that the fourth skin is supposed to be a female, is most likely a female character skin. Still not fully confirmed, but there is a high probability that that's what it might be. And obviously, along with all this stuff, you'll have your pickaxe that is somehow related to Dragon Ball Z, your glider.
I mean, for me, the only one that makes sense is Goku's bow staff as a axe.
That's true.
You know, the original red staff thing that he has. That's the only one that makes sense. Anything else they add to that won't make any sense.
No, it really won't. Unless they make like the axe look like a dragon in some shape or form to include the dragon.
Or Whis' staff as well.
True. Yeah. And then obviously you'll have your glider, which I'm definitely hoping instead
Nimbus.
of being instead
Nimbus,
of on the flying Nimbus, you're just hanging on to the flying Nimbus.
Now they can't miss. They can't fuck that up. They cannot fuck that up, bro. It's already given. They just got to do it.
Yes.
They just got to put it in, dude. That's all they have to do, man. Don't fuck it up, bro.
If it's not, we're no longer talking about Fortnite on this podcast.
It'll be even funnier, you know, if you know in certain games how you get your own launch. When you launch off, it's inside the fucking sand pod.
Oh, that
would be dope.
That would be dope.
That would be cool.
And supposedly with the data miners type of stuff, there's always like the few extra items if they're planning on upgrading the way the game works. Supposedly there's going to be extra items that either look like the Dragon Balls or the capsules that they're able to like click and something pops out of them.
Transform into like whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So those might be included in the game. So I don't really understand how the Dragon Ball might be used unless it's like some sort of grenade. You get me? That just looks like it. Or the capsules give you some sort of camouflage or random item drop.
I think the biggest thing for this is who's going to be that female or fourth character that they're adding, right? Because there is a lot of good female fighters in Dragon Ball Z. Don't get me wrong. I mean, for example, you have Chi-Chi. She was like one of the OG like girls that got introduced.
Yes.
Even I'm talking about like way back in like Dragon Ball. Mm-hmm. She was one of the first female fighters that we see in the series as a total. Then of course you got like Bulma, stuff like that.
But I mean, sorry to cut you off, but I mean, to me, the only logical person really seems like Android 18, because Android 18 seems to be like the most logical fighter that we've seen in the entire series, the most common female fighter in the entire series. Because I mean, when we talk about Chi-Chi and Bulma, they were fighters. And then they became stay-at-home moms.
18 does make the most sense. And it's like the only one that I can think of as well.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to include Dragon Ball Super. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, it would be like, you know, the two Saiyan girls, one of the girls. Yeah. Or the fusion of them two, whatever the fuck. Clef, I think it was. Her as well.
Yeah.
If you even want to go even further, that green chick that was with Broly in the Broly movie as well. I forgot her name.
I don't watch
her as well. But I doubt it's her. My guess is probably Android 18 or Cleffa for sure. One of those two. If it is a female character.
Yeah, 100%. I would definitely, not even Cleffa. I think the most, if we're going off of Super, besides 18, the most, I don't know their names. I never watched Super. Is the one that has the like pink or red top that just covers like her chest. Then she shows her belly, and then she has the baggy jeans. I forgot her name.
Wait, she's
in Super.
She's in part of the Universe 7, whatever group.
Yes. Hold on. Now I gotta find.
I'm confused on who you're talking about then. Hope you're not talking about Blast.
Caulifla. Yeah.
That's what I was telling you.
Oh, no, you said Caulifla was the fusion.
The or whatever. Yeah.
That's right. I thought there was a different one.
It's one of those two. It's either the two girls, the two Saiyan girls.
Caulifla or Kale.
Or the fusion. Yes. I think it's most likely the fusion if it has to be one of them. Because that's the more famous one, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I'm definitely interested to see who that other one is. Or who's the... Oh, God. She wasn't a Saiyan.
A Saiyan? Another Saiyan.
But she became with... Who was his name? Goku's oldest son, and took her under his belt to be.
Or not Pan.
Yeah.
Videl.
No, you get me? If they're trying to give bring back like a classic type of character.
That's true. But I don't think so. I don't think her.
I don't know. Oh my gosh. You know who I just saw she was from that all-female world as well. She's
which one?
I wish I watched Super so bad just to be able to get
talking about the ones that transform as well into like the weird shits?
Yes, there's those. Yeah.
I don't think those either.
No, but I'm saying it would be just random.
It would be interesting as hell, just random ass fucking person. Like, what the fuck? Who is this, bro?
Yes.
We got a fucking name.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But yeah, I mean, we just named a whole bunch of characters that it could be. I'm definitely shooting for Android 18. That seems like the most obvious and logical one to be, but in a way I kind of hope it's not. Just to keep
a curveball.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if it's
Whis is not a female.
Oh my gosh.
Just because he has feminine features doesn't mean like Jesus.
Oh gosh.
Fucking people, man, writing these shits. Fucking dickheads.
Oh gosh. I definitely hope it's something different. You get me? If they are trying to keep that series alive in some way. I don't know if it's ended at this point besides the movies that we've seen. Yeah.
And then I know in the newer movies, especially the one that came on like in Japan, whatever, Dragonball Hero something, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Gohan got a new form in that one.
Oh.
Yeah, called Beast Form.
Beast Form,
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they even did like a weird little cutscene where for some reason the gray apes show up and they're fighting in the overworld. Because you know how they always have like those weird scenes. But I mean, it connects whatever Fortnite
what
universe
we need
they're
in
doing.
Dragon Ball Z, honestly, dude, is, for example, it's like an old ancient fucking Saiyan just coming back to life, right? And he's fucking badass. And he was the original Super Saiyan God, right? The first time they ever accomplished to do that, it was him, and he got revived by accident on top of shit. And he's fucking, and he's bad and shit. You get me?
Yeah.
Need something like that. Crazy nonsense.
Now we could have Ariana Grande teamed up with Batman fighting Goku and Naruto.
On one game. All in one game. All in one game, dude.
All in no build.
Like, Jesus Christ. Fucking Fortnite, bro. Fuck that game. Yeah, and from that, moving on from Fortnite, fucking Fortnite, dude. Jesus. So much Fortnite. I hate it. We got news today, actually. This is Destiny related for sure. So put your big boy pants on for this one, Tito. Okay.
Gosh, okay.
So next week, Bungie has revealed to us on their TWAB, which is this week at Bungie, which is their weekly blog that they do for the community. They announced this today as of July 21st, right? 2022. That next week we will get the actual name of the raid that they're bringing back for next season, right? They're going to confirm to us which raid it is. Officially. That's what everyone, dude, if it's Wrath, it'll be fucking crazy for sure. It's King's Fall though, let's be real. But if it's not, I'll be really surprised. I'll be like, yo, okay, nice. Bungie fucking made everyone said, fuck you, dude. But on top of that, they gave us news as well that next month, literally a month from now, on August 23rd of 2022, they're going to have their Destiny 2 showcase, which they're going to showcase this year's next expansion, pretty much, Lightfall.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to reveal to us Lightfall, literally in August 23. And on top of that, that is the start of the new season as well. Of season, I think, 18. So
yes,
that's not literally the day that season comes out is the day we get the news of the new game coming out, the new expansion, pretty much. So that's gonna be fucking nuts, dude. It's gonna be
big day for Destiny.
Yeah, it's gonna be a huge day for the Destiny community. Just we're gonna feel spoiled for once, even though we never get spoiled in that fucking game.
But that spoiled is only gonna last for about 2 weeks, and then everyone's
the honeymoon phase ends quickly now.
And then everyone's like,
that's how we like to call it.
And then everybody else is like, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do on Destiny anymore. I'm not playing this game for another 4 months. It's like, well, no, there's stuff to do. You just decide to sit around. A week. Exactly. When it's supposed to hold you off.
Devour the content in a week.
For a few months, bro.
But yeah, dude, I'm excited because they're not only do we get a returning raid next season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or next season. We're going to get Arc 3.0, which is the subclass trees on Destiny 2 for people who are not aware. But I'm excited for this new one because which is blue, because that's my favorite subclass to run specifically on my character. So yes. I'm pretty excited for that and the changes that are going to come with it. And I hope they actually dive into like a deep dive on how, like, what are the terms and what are the changes coming to Arc like they did for Solar and Void, which I think they will do. But it's a little too early still. Don't get me wrong, right? I mean, 4 weeks until the new season comes out? I mean, it wouldn't be too early, actually, if they do it next week with the raid launch as well, that they show us or start giving us sneak peeks of what Arc 3.0 is going to be. But definitely the most exciting thing for people next season is going to be the raid for sure, on which raid it is, and like preparing yourselves, because it is a returning one raid, and they already confirmed to us that it is not Crota's End. So it's either Wrath of the Machine, which is a Siva heavy related raid, or it's going to be King's Fall, which is, I think, in my opinion, one of the best raids that Bungie has created for sure for Destiny in like the history of Destiny. So that's going to be pretty exciting.
And my hope, anyways, if they do bring back King's Fall, obviously Touch of Malice is what everyone's rooting for the raid weapon to come back. But it's weird if we do Wrath of the Machine, because Wrath of the Machine was
Outbreak,
which we already
have Outbreak. Yeah. We already have Outbreak in the game. It would be weird. But it is a chance to get a new exotic, though.
That's what I'm saying.
It would be a chance for them to give us a new one.
With the same Siva things.
Inspired thing.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even now with the poison type of stuff, we have Thorn and now the Obscura.
Osteostriga.
Why did I say Obscura?
We have Thorn and Osteo as the only two Weapon of Sorrows. Mm-hmm. So if we did get Touch of Malice, that would be another Weapon of Sorrow. That would be the third one, which would be, lore wise, that would be huge. So I don't know, man.
I know
could happen, man.
This might be a controversial thought, but even like you got me with Lumina. Lumina really has a perk that helps your team instead of oppressing
life.
Yeah, instead of taking life, it gives life. So, and I kind of wish they added a little bit, like even just like one more weapon. You got me to like that. What you do is supposed to help your team instead of everything helps your team. Support instead of fully oppress your enemies.
I mean, they try to do that, no lie, with the Warlock glaive, but that didn't really work out, honestly, as they would hope. Those exotic glaives, they're very unfortunate. They're underwhelming like crazy. Mm-hmm. So
even with the
glaives, the legendary variants are way better.
Yes, even with the glaives, they were really trying to just mimic the swords that we originally got. You got me? But even like with the glaives, you could only do so much besides the protection and the shooting. The swords, like even the way you swung was the difference between the swords.
But the nice thing about the glaive, though, unlimited melee, though.
True.
That's what the benefit of it is. That's the huge, like, that's the selling point. It's pretty much infinite heavy, infinite ammo for it in that aspect.
And it read
and the launch is fucking stupid. Huh?
And it wrecked when it originally came out.
Oh, it still wrecks, dude. People sleep on glaives for sure, man. They're annoying to face, like in Crucible specifically, which is Destiny's PvP. So it's definitely a weapon that is like not very seen often, but when it is deadly, especially if they're really good, only for the capable hands, right?
Yeah.
I think it's like a high risk, high reward type of weapon for sure.
Very high risk.
But the skill gap is very small though. The skill gap is like, it's not like, I want to say a weapon that is there any weapons that you have to be really, really good with to be really efficient with? I don't know, in Destiny like that. Everything's getting smaller. Everything's getting too easy to use. You got me too much aim assist for shit.
True, but I would still classify the bows in that category because
no.
In a way, yes, though, because it's not a weapon where you shoot and it has a speed. Like you actually have more projection, like of where your enemy's gonna move and headshots and all that stuff. If that's what you're trying to pull with the bow.
Legendaries bows, yes, not the exotic bows though. I would disagree if you told me any of the exotic ones. I would agree with the legendary ones. It does take a little bit more skill to use for sure.
Okay.
Because the Monarch throws that out the window 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that is, you even know that is true.
Yes.
That is probably the only bow that is not fair to the game at all. But yeah, man, that's a lot of Destiny news for sure. All in one day too. They literally all told us this like today. So it's kind of nuts.
Ooh, even with, to go back to the raid, if it's Wrath of the Machine, they bring back Icebreaker.
No. I definitely can fucking stand Destiny when it dies.
The sniper rifle
special ammo is already a problem in D2. You think we need a weapon that has infinite ammo, bro? No, thanks, bro.
They make it a heavy.
That still doesn't fix the problem. That still doesn't fix the problem. That makes it worse. That literally makes it worse.
That would be so annoying. Actually,
one weapon that would be cool to see, and it wasn't that busted, and I don't think it would be good either way, but it would be like fun to use. Would probably be like super good advice. I don't know if you remember that machine gun. That was like the fastest firing machine guns that shot like 1,000 rounds a second and shit. But like every miss that you do has a chance of like returning into your clip, but you miss like 90% of your shots, so you can get more ammo.
Oh, yeah.
That was the whole gimmick of the weapon. Literally, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's funny though. That would be a funny weapon to bring back for sure. Just out of nowhere, out of the blue. What we haven't seen yet, though, honestly, no, fuck that. I don't see Fabian's strategy. I'm not fighting for that shit.
Fuck you.
So why bring that shit? The thing is, you're mad dumb because if they bring that back, it has to be for all classes, not just warlocks. So you're going to be seeing Titans and Hunters using it too. True. And it's going to be more annoying on Hunters than anything else.
No, because
think about it.
What was the perk of Talalak? What was the point of the
overflow? It gets wrapped. You have to hold your super.
Yes. And the one class that still has to hold their super a majority of the time is the Warlock. No, it's not. No. A tether. But compared to everything else the Warlock has,
why would you hold your super if you're running well? Why would you hold your super if you're running Chaos Reach or freaking Art? Why would you hold your freaking super if you could go and get multitude of kills using those supers? For a tethered, which people have to be dumb enough to come into, and you could turn invis with, just hear me out on that. You could turn invis, have your super ready, and be around corners with that, rate of fire increase on that scout. Already sounds like AIDS, dude. Trust me, that's gonna be worse than your warlock shit. I can guarantee you that right now. I can already see the meta. Everyone's just gonna be holding their super, bro. Let's be real. Everyone's gonna be holding the super. Everyone's gonna be toxic about it.
We can agree on one thing. It would
change the meta a lot if it was like really, really good. Because then like it wouldn't be a fucking super simulator. It wouldn't be fucking mayhem and regular control.
We can agree on one thing. Fuck Hunters. The silence speaks volumes, Leche.
The hunters are too easy to use, especially this season, dude. They're too easy.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I mean, you want to go to this last story? I'll let you take care of this one.
Yeah, because I kind of thought it was that one. Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, or even like 2-3 weeks ago, we spoke that Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. It was announced, obviously, a couple years ago. We just got a few updates on it that it was supposed to be coming by holiday season this year. But even today, we got announcement that it was delayed to at least April of 2023. So that's
not even a first quarter, second quarter. Jesus Christ. That sucks. That's a huge wait, dude.
It is.
Damn, bro.
More than half a year at this point. Or it is half a year for us.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And I was so excited for it. I actually wanted to play it. But now I have to wait.
I want to see more gameplay of it, for sure.
Yes.
Like actual legitimate gameplay.
I hope they put out at least another trailer while we're waiting for it, or more like visual updates of how much we could actually do.
I think we'll probably see like a visual update or anything like that. I want to say guesstimate, right? Definitely before the end of this year, we'll probably get an update.
Hopefully.
Like a dev update, like, oh, here's a few more pictures, and maybe even a clip, hopefully. Probably by November. Hey, it's still coming to remember, please. I know there's a bunch of like huge games that just came out, but remember us.
Yes.
Or in December.
We're still here. We'll be ready for you guys next time.
We're waiting for you. Don't worry, dude. Unreal, dude. But yeah, dude. I know you had one other story that that you wanted to go through. Yeah.
Yes. So obviously it's nothing major. Fall Guys, obviously, we know that it has like its skins, its little accessories and color updates and stuff. We know that Ezio from the Assassin's Creed series is like an outfit you could put on and wear there. And today, out today, literally as of this recording, by the time you guys hear it, it's already going to be the second day that it's out. Fall Guys has the Godzilla, they're calling it the Kaiju collection because that's what they are. Kaiju is Japanese for giant monsters. Obviously, Godzilla has to be included in the Kaiju series. Mothra, if you don't know, the giant moth bug that is supposed to be like Godzilla's lover or the queen of the Kaijus, is another skin. We got Godzilla, all the Kaiju's mortal nemesis, because he's not even a Kaiju, he's more of an alien, which is King Ghidorah.
That's dope.
Yeah, Ghidorah I find funny because you have the main head over your bean head, and then on your hands you have the other two heads.
The two heads. That's dope. That's cute. That's adorable.
Yeah. And then there's supposed to be at least one more, I'm assuming. But it's most likely it's gonna be King Kong
or Mechazilla.
Or Mechazilla would be no, I'm sorry. It's not even what am I talking about? They did show it. It's just another alternate version of Godzilla where he's a little bit more reddish on his scales.
Oh, when he's powered up. Yeah, powered up.
Yeah, but it's nuclear. Red. Not, yeah.
Not the blue, I know.
Yeah.
But the one like from the original Godzilla that came out like in 2014 when he gets hit by the nuke.
Yes, I think that was
fucking red and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, seeing King Kong would have been a cool one, or Mechagodzilla. excuse me, Mechagodzilla. Or even who was the one that came out of the volcano? Rodan or Destroyer?
Destroyer,
right? The weird pterodactyl volcano.
Pterodactyl thing. Power Rangers coming out of shit like that.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, even if you like look up the kaijus, the amount of actual different monsters that come out, but I'm talking like the old school Japanese shows that got turned into American versions for some reason, for some of them, but the whole kaiju lore is really just cool. I enjoy
so much to it, dude. There's so much to it. A little too much to it.
Yes. Especially now when we are trying to like, I don't know if they're still trying to do it, but them trying to fuse the King Kong and Godzilla series together, especially with the last two films.
They're gonna keep doing that.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, Godzilla versus King Kong did so well, so they're gonna keep capitalizing on that momentum for sure. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, the more exposure on these games and shit about it, it's a good thing for them. So
yeah, so if you start seeing little dragons and a giant bug running next to you while you play Fall Guys, it's the new kaiju collection for them. Which I was telling Leche, they look freaking adorable.
Little beans, little frijoles.
That whole game. But yeah, I mean, that is it for this week, unless you have something else to add, Leche.
I do not.
No?
This time.
Alrighty. Then at this point, where can people find you?
Where can people find me? People can find me on Instagram at Leche Minuesa, or you guys can follow me on Twitch at TechnoFreak95. And how about you, Tito?
I am also on Instagram at OneAlphaPenguin and also on Twitch at OneAlphaPenguin. You guys can follow the podcast on Instagram at TakeASip_pod. And even go to the YouTube channel where we upload these episodes. And we do have planned bonus episodes or even bonus videos that we're going to be posting on there at youtube.com/takeasip. As always, thank you guys so much for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things. And we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.